Every morning at exactly 7:30, Daniel walked past a small cafe at the end of the street. He never went inside. The cafe was old, the sign was faded, the windows were always a little foggy, even on warm days. It didn't look special, and Daniel was always in a hurry. He had a job to get to, a life to manage, and no time to waste, or at least, that's what he told himself. Daniel was 32 years old and worked in a large office building downtown. His job was stable, his salary was fine, and his days were predictable. Wake up, shower, coffee from a paper cup, bus, work, lunch at his desk, work again, home, sleep. Nothing was wrong, but nothing was exciting either. Sometimes, while sitting on the bus, Daniel felt a strange heaviness in his chest. Not sadness exactly, just a quiet feeling that something was missing. He never talked about it. One rainy morning, the bus didn't come. Daniel checked his phone. No updates, no messages, just rain and time slipping away. Annoyed, he started walking. That's when he stopped in front of the cafe. The door was open, warm light spilled onto the wet sidewalk, and the smell of fresh coffee reached him. For the first time, Daniel noticed a small sign on the door. "Come in, take a moment." He hesitated. Then he stepped inside. The cafe was quiet. Soft music played in the background. There were only 3 tables, all wooden and worn with age. Behind the counter stood an elderly woman, with silver hair and kind eyes. "Good morning," she said with a smile. "Good morning," Daniel replied, surprised by how calm he suddenly felt. He ordered a coffee and sat by the window. The woman brought the cup herself. "First time here?" she asked. "Yes," Daniel said. "I pass by every day." She nodded. "Most people do." As Daniel drank his coffee, he noticed something strange. No one inside was looking at their phone. A young man was writing in a notebook. A woman near the window was reading a book. An older man was simply watching the rain. The silence wasn't uncomfortable, it was peaceful. Daniel checked his watch. He was late, but for the first time in years, he didn't panic. The woman returned and sat across from him. "You look tired," she said gently. "I guess I am," Daniel admitted, "but I don't know why." She smiled. "People often think being tired comes from working too much. Sometimes it comes from living too little." Daniel thought about that. "What do you do when that happens?" he asked. The woman looked around the cafe. "I listen, I slow down, and I remind myself that small moments matter." When Daniel finally stood up to leave, the rain had stopped. "How much?" he asked. "It's on the house," she said. "Why?" "Because you came in." The next day, Daniel returned. Then the next, he started bringing a book. Sometimes he wrote, sometimes he did nothing at all. Slowly, something changed. He smiled more, he slept better, he listened more when people spoke. The cafe didn't change his life overnight. It changed it quietly, one small moment at a time. Years later, the cafe closed. A sign appeared on the door. "Thank you for stopping." Daniel stood there for a long time. Then he smiled, turned around, and walked forward, slower than before, but lighter, because he had learned something important. Life doesn't ask us to hurry. Sometimes, it asks us to stay.